broadcast
Yeah, we'll
too
figure that
soon
out.
before it catches up.
Hello, Star Wars players. Thanks for joining us. This is Jerry and Chris bringing you top four between Joe Olson and Mike Jem. They are going to get started here as soon as we tell them that they can, so we'll do that. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving holiday and all that good stuff. How's the Cyber Monday sale going, Chris?
Uh, it's going. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, of course, and I'm sure people haven't quite taken advantage of it fully just yet. But
Yeah, all right.
don't forget, if you're watching out there, PC Store is having a Cyber Monday sale. Check out the forums for the details on the different coupons that are going on right now.
All right, so the table has been loaded up. We're going to have Joe Olson playing Dark Side and Mike playing Light Side. ISB Operations from Joe Olson and a
BO.
EBO or Hoth Careful Planning Start from Mike. So we've got Imperial Arrest Order, Crush the Rebellion, and Endor Shield.
Yeah, these guys are definitely going off script here with these deck choices, trying to make sure they play something completely outside the box that their opponent would not easily
Yeah,
put them on.
definitely. I would have. The EBO is particularly surprising. ISB, is sort of a pretty strong deck, and especially it's a strong Gemp deck since it is less likely to time out if you can play it
Yes.
fast enough on Gemp. So you got strike planning, walkling, and a new secret base from Gem, and we are underway here. Joe starts with the grabber, shield.
I'd be curious to see if this is, a typical, is it if it is EBO or if it's just some type of alternate platform.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what he has in store because it is kind of just a blank platform you can use to run EBO, or you can just use it to run a good space deck with pulling Haven and speeders and things like that. Excuse me.
Well, they pulled two generals quick, so
Yeah, so he's pulled Riken and see. So who's the other one that Lightside took into hand?
he took Dodana
Dodana and
virtual.
Riken. Okay.
If out of war room may upload a related battleground or Y Wing once per game. Okay.
And he also has the game text related to the Restore Freedom epic event, right? Like it makes your epic events +1.
Yes, epic event destiny draw star +1, and opponent spies may not deploy there, which doesn't really matter because of the shield, but
Yeah, definitely. And he's got Joe Olson took Thrawn V with Endor Shield, so that's an
yeah.
interesting. You don't see Thrawn V as much as the regular one.
Nope, nope, definitely not. He got Ozzel and Thrawn V, and Profundity went and got Admiral Radis with the Rebel leadership, which did not get grabbed because the grabber wasn't out yet.
So they all just filled their hands up with a bunch of Imperials and Rebels and Admirals and what have yous.
Yeah.
All right, so Joe's got 5 force to work with. He gets the security tower out, which he had the puller for. Goes for a docking bay.
Yeah, I expect both these decks are pretty much going to ignore each other throughout the first 2 or 3 turns, where they both just kind of set up their own stuff,
Yeah, as ISB
and
wants
then
to set up some space and generals and walkers a lot of the times, like General Veers or
mhm. Yeah, and I think in the hot deck, Primus wants to do the same thing as well. So
Wants to get a
probably
speeders.
just be
Yep, could be
yeah, they'll
just
probably be ignoring each other for a couple of turns, and then we'll probably see some walkers to the fourth marker, and then go from there.
so. Yeah, the two battlegrounds that are on the table, the North Ridge and then the Hot System. I think those are going to be the two locations that we see the most interaction over.
Yeah, I would expect to see Darkseid play Bespin as well at some point, and the free Executor effect.
Okay.
But he didn't start mob points; he started
Yeah, so
Crush.
that's kind of
So
what made me believe maybe it wasn't an Executor deck. Maybe he's just running a different sort of space package, but we'll see.
mhm.
So we got a comment in the Twitch chat that says Joe expected mains. That's why he played ISB.
Field promotion deck. Yeah, it certainly could be. There's a lot more non-battlegrounds on table. He very well could be trying to do the Stormtrooper Garrison
Oh
field
right, yeah,
promotion garbage.
that is a silly deck. I played against that once or twice.
Yeah, and that would make sense with the Crush then, because he doesn't want to get the Garrison excluded
Yeah.
with URBM. And Profundity throwing everybody a curveball, playing Echo base.
Yeah. Definitely interesting deck choices for sure, like you said. It's a pretty good start for Joe. He got his bridge, his prison, and the docking bay all out, so was able to get 5 more activation without giving up any more icons. Seems
Yep.
pretty good. So I don't play ISB much, but that seems like a pretty decent start.
Yeah, typically ISB stuff, getting good activation quick lets you get, your ships or your walkers or things like that rolling faster because everything starts to get expensive, and then you can start triggering all those wonderful game texts
Yeah.
of all your agents.
Do garrisons get the drain bonus at the fourth marker? I mean, it's a rebel base site, so I think they would.
I believe so. I mean, it only doesn't count for epic events. It still counts as a rebel base location. So I would expect that the Stormtrooper garrisons would still work out pretty well there.
All right, so Mike pulled the two Hoth Echo sites, the command center and the corridor, with a new secret base at the start of his turn, and then gets those out. So we'll see where he goes with the. We're guessing it's an EBO deck. So we got Riken V. He definitely doesn't see a lot of play. Deploys -1 to a war room. Capital starships at rebel base systems may not be targeted by weapons, and your rebels and T-47s move for free. Okay, so that's pretty good. So he's definitely going for a quick occupation of the Echo sites. So I'd guess this is
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to get EBO out. So he just gets the two generals to the two different sites and then draws his last card. Like you
That
said,
certainly makes sense,
yeah, just
especially because he's going to keep pulling things. So
yeah, just set up, get see if he can get EBO out next turn.
he should be able to at the start of his turn. He'll pull the third site and the EBO, and then
Yep.
just throw any character there, probably to the docking bay, and then he can either shuttle them up to a ship at the system or put them in a starfighter or something and take off, or a speeder and move out.
Yep. And Joe did use Crush to take the Evader Monarch combo into hand, so Gem's got to watch his hand size.
Yeah, that's always a pain in the butt. Or you
Yep.
just have to accept the fact that they're going to burn you with it once, and then you're either going to
Either
grab it.
grab it, or it'll be canceled, or at least in the lost pile, so they can't play it again. But it's also just a good card to get out of your reserve deck for the dark side. Get the Destiny 2 out of your hand and just sort of sit on that card and influence your opponent's hand size all game.
Oh, absolutely. And just kind of lean on him
Yeah.
all game with that while he draws up to a 14 card hand himself.
Yep. Exactly. So Joe's just going to put a docking bay out with Imperial Arrest Order, and he's going to draw up to an even larger hand. He already had 14 cards, and he's bordering on 20 card hand here. So
Yeah, he's just going for broke at this point.
yeah, he's probably looking for combo pieces, which leads me to believe that the Twitch commentator was right. It's probably a field promotion type deck if he's because that deck requires all the right pieces kind of in the right order and time. So
Right. And typically, with that deck, you see it a lot, especially against mains. They presence of the force and go invade your Jedi Council chamber or your Boss Nash chamber or something.
right.
And light side won't have any locations that dark side can do that to.
Yeah, the Echo Shield generator is going to make sure that the only site that he can deploy to is the North Ridge.
Right.
So
I mean, I guess, yeah, he's going to have to start walking them in or whatever like that, and that's going to take a while and leave them vulnerable in the process.
and maybe you can refresh my memory. How does docking bay transit interact with the Echo Shield? You can't docking bay.
You, no, you can't move
Yeah,
under the shield. Light
yeah.
side can move out all they
Light
want.
side can,
Dark
of
side can't
course.
move it.
But yeah, that would have been my guess. I just wasn't 100% sure on that.
Yep. Yep. Radis, EBO, and we'll see if he puts a cheap ship to the system, maybe with a Haven, and then shuttles Radis up or something.
Yeah, you could do that. A Profundity or something would be pretty cheap.
Yeah, especially with Haven too. Then just about everything deploys for like 1 or 2. Like you can
Yeah.
spiral for 1, I think. So. Or it might even be free,
I
actually,
think the
with all the
spiral would be
modifiers.
free when you do it as a react. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, -1 from EBO, -1 from Haven. So yeah, so he's just going to he can get any ship at this point with Radis and just.
Yeah, use Radis to get either the Rogue One or the non-unique Corvette. Yeah, and so the Echo Base operation is going to add 2 to the force strain and power +3 in battles. So if you can get a ship up there, he'll be threatening a drain to 3.
Yep. And obviously, our Arebelspy's got a 22 card hand, which he should be able to interact with that. But he only activates 11 force, and he only saved 2, so
Oh,
he doesn't have
nice.
a whole lot to work with.
Jem plays the Light Maker, which I really like.
We're sitting over here
Cancels.
talking about it, him pulling a ship, and I'm like, I bet he's going to go get the light maker and throw us off.
Yeah, cancels opponent's immunity to attrition here. Very strong against like the Executor or the Finalizer. You can cancel their immunity and get around those big ships.
Yeah, the only downside to it, of course, is it can't hold anybody else. No pilots, no
Yeah,
passengers.
it's not built for that. So it's got the Bright Hope.
Oh wow.
Hand. So that's really strong. He's gonna get the Light Maker and the Bright Hope, um, all out because he's got the
Yeah,
Haven from Walkling.
that's a really solid, strong combo to start with. He's going to have decent power, probably 7 or 8 plus another 3 from EBO. He'll be at 11 power pretty cheaply, and then subtracting a destiny and possibly leadershiping to add destinies with Haven, and it's a really strong combo for very efficient use of force.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so Radish shuttles up. So I guess he doesn't deploy the Light Maker. He just goes with Radis and the Bright Hope if he's shuttling. Maybe he has a reacting spiral in his hand, and then he'll just put that out to trigger the Bright Hope's text.
He certainly could. Of course, he runs the risk of that spiral getting barriered with
Yep.
a 22 card hand by his opponent.
Yep. Or the react could get canceled with like a Gick combo or something.
Yeah. Now he did save 4 force, so he may have multiple things to do.
Yeah. I mean, the spiral would be free, like we said, so he doesn't need to really save much for
Right.
that.
Now he could have a alternative to fighting or something to cancel the battle.
That's a good call. We know Joe has the Monarch, so he's not going to be
Right.
going too crazy on hand size.
Nope. But yeah, he saved 4. It could definitely be alternatives to fighting. Try and lure him and bait him with just that little power too, Bright Hope, and then come back over the top after he cancels the first battle. But I don't think that Arebelspy is the kind of player that'll fall for that.
Yeah. So Joe's going to play the force push. So that'll help get him a couple cards out of his hand and trade it for one in his force pile. So Joe's probably looking for ways that he can interact with the Haas system, or maybe just trying to set up at the North Ridge.
Yeah, he certainly could. He's got obviously Profundity could have control tunnel visions, or it's a hits, possibly cancel that drain, but
Right.
you still want to try and force the issue somewhere.
Yeah. Well, he wants to, I'm sure at some point, flip his objective and get some ISB agents out so he can, you know,
Yeah,
limit
definitely.
the drains and then start retrieving ISB agents every turn.
Yeah, I mean, both of these decks are decks that put a lot of cards on the table, so being able to pull that one guy back a turn can really extend the game.
Definitely. All right, looks like we got about 14 viewers on Twitch. Thanks for joining us, guys. So he says he can just Presence of the Force the interior sites. If I guess he'll have to Presence of the Force 2 interior sites and then move there. That will take 2 Presence of the Forces or at least 1.
Yeah, he could certainly try doing stuff like that.
So
Get
Joe,
the docking bay and the main power generators, but
so he's got Blast Door controls. Joe just deploys that. That card cancels Narrow Escape, Blast the Door Kid, and Rebel Barrier, which are very strong. So here comes a Boba Fett aboard the Slave One. So interesting, he's able to put that together without having a combat response effect. I guess a
well,
18 card
with
hand will do that for you.
yeah, when you draw 20 cards and then force push for something.
Yeah. All right, so we'll see if I guess he can't barrier since the Blast Door controls came out.
Right. I would expect Ozzel to join him, and then we'll see if he goes for 3 or 4 Destiny here.
Oh, he's got Lieutenant Pol Tritum. He's an ISB agent. You can draw the top card of your reserve deck when he's deployed or leaves table. I always like that text. And then attrition is against you -1 for each agent, up to a -3. So he's a pretty useful kind of Swiss Army knife ISB guy.
Yeah, he's pretty solid, and
He's got like 7 forfeit with rest order.
yeah, he forfeits for 7, and then he subtracts some attrition against you.
Yeah.
So
And then a Tarkin comes down as well. Tarkin V is the ISB agent version of Tarkin. And during battle, if he's with 2 ISB agents, he can cancel a just drawn destiny. And that can be any kind of destiny, not just like a weapon destiny or a battle destiny. So he's got some really strong game text.
yeah, we'd expect to see Ozzel come down and be the 3rd agent on that boat, because Tarkin has to be with 2 other agents.
He has to be with 2 other ones, yeah, and Boba Fett's not.
Right. So he's 1 short right now, and could obviously cancel everything here.
Yeah, I think alternatives to fighting is a good suggestion. I think that's one of the only cards that I could see getting Gem out of this pickle he's in. So he actually goes with Yularen instead of.
Interesting.
Does that help with the Bright Hope game text? Because it subtracts. I guess that's from a total power, not the power of the ship. So
Right.
he's just basically against the Outrider and power pivot and that kind of stuff.
Yep, and that obviously could come into play if there's any type of X-wings and weapons or whatever going on, or even just capital, intruder missiles or whatever.
Yeah, intruder missiles are good because they're Destiny 7 and they go on a lot of ships.
Yeah. them or the proton torpedoes and things like that that can use power pivot and that kind of stuff.
All right, so now we'll see what. So he's going to be initiate a battle. See if there's any sort of react. So there's a
There's react
red
number one.
red 8 as a react. Red 8V is pretty similar to like Onyx 2 from the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
It's a piloted X-wing, um, and when you play it, unless it says react, you can pull a defensive shield. So that's pretty strong game text, and it gets to use all the other X-wing support cards.
Yeah,
But
that's
definitely a
why
few
it's got a sense
cards.
for it.
Oh, we just have the sense. So his highest ability character is Tarkin, or is it
Tarkin or Boba, so he's got to draw less
Tarkin?
than three.
Yeah, so I mean that's a pretty hard, a
Yeah,
hard sense.
I'm sure he's got another one in his 14 card hand though.
Wow, he does. You're right.
Yep.
We'll see
So
what the draws are. So that ties, right? So that wouldn't work.
yeah, it's the problem with playing a lot of these lesser characters.
Yeah, if you
They're
could,
all higher. They're all Destiny's threes and fours.
yeah, if you could have got like a Vader on that ship, or somebody with even like Mara Jade or somebody like that would have been better.
So there's react number one.
All
I
right.
would expect to see a few more tricks here.
So that's free because of the Haven and the EBO text. And then he might have a Spiral, or who else deploys as a react? Maybe like Finn? Uh,
Yeah,
it doesn't seem likely.
I could see rapid fire to pull an X-wing cannon.
There you go.
How huge would that be right now?
Because
I
then
mean,
you could.
not so much with Tarkin, but
Yeah, I mean, Tarkin could cancel it.
yeah,
So there's a Spiral.
it's good. He's loading up on forfeit here.
And now also that's another capital ship, so that triggers the Bright Hopes game text.
Yes, it does. And he wisely played red 8 first to draw out all the cancel cards to
Because
make
yeah,
sure Spiral would go through
he
second.
really wanted Spiral to react. The Red 8 was, just gravy.
Yeah.
So then Joe's going to use Boba Fett's game text to go get a card in reserve deck, exchange a card.
Yeah. And hopefully Profundity remembers that the Destiny add on Haven is an optional, so he does have to actually declare it.
Yeah, he does have to click Haven. Kind of like how Grand Moff Tarkin Virtual works, where you actually have to declare it. There's not anybody on the Slave 1 who can be targeted by Imperial Command, though.
No.
So, yeah. Alright, so now, yeah, Jem does click on Haven and add the Destiny. And then I guess the Bright Hope, do you have to declare that too, or does that just happen automatically at the end of the battle, or
at the end, yeah.
The end of the damage segment?
You declare it, but it's after the Destinies are drawn that then you get the option to, do you want to do this?
Joe draws a 2 and a 5. So, I mean, that's enough to clear the Spiral.
Yeah.
Jem draws a solo, which is just a 1.
Yep, that will not be
And then another 1. It's a young Skywalker, so Tarkin's going to cancel that, but I mean, I don't really think he didn't. That's not going to change much.
Nope.
So, I mean, I think the Spiral probably goes. I guess no, he can use this game text. That's going to help. So maybe he just has to forfeit the X-Wing. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And he also wins the battle now, so now Arebelspy has some battle damage to forfeit.
Yeah.
I can't imagine he's going to lose any of the cards on that ship, so he's probably going to have to peel 3 cards.
He probably has a couple cards in hand that maybe he doesn't need, because any one of those characters would satisfy it. But like you said, he still has the Tarkin text working, and he wants to keep that. So he loses a bounty from the use pile. Red 8 goes lost for Jem. Nevar from the used.
And then probably one of the senses from the used.
Yeah, and a
Yeah.
sense. So that didn't go as well for Joe as he probably wanted it to, with all those reacts. He did get one ship off the table, but that ship wasn't even there when the battle started.
Yeah, he deployed 4 cards and lost 3 of his own.
Yeah. I mean, he has a fully loaded Slave 1, which is pretty good, but
He
Gem
does.
could come down here with. He does only have 10 force to activate plus the 4 saved, so we'll see what he's able to counter beat that Slave
Yeah,
1 with.
but we also know he always using Dodona to go get something. If he finds
Gold
a
leader,
Y
gold
wing, if he
1.
gets, yeah,
So that's going to limit Joe to just one Destiny because he won't be able to pay for any more of them.
nope. So he'll be stuck at just getting 1, and then we know the light maker's coming down as well,
So
and
that'll
that's
remove
going
the
to cancel the
immunity.
immunity.
Yeah, here we go. This could be a cool turn. Maybe if Joe has like a dark time for the rebellion or something, he can give himself an extra force.
It's possible.
There's the Profundity.
Wow. He's just got all kinds of blue ships in here.
Yeah.
He's probably going to end up with like 30 plus power in this
So,
battle
uh,
before.
yeah, if you have Profundity plus the Gold Squadron Y Wing and the Light Maker, and then a couple Destinies,
Yeah.
and the power bonus from Haven.
Yep. It's going to be a good thing Paul Treatham and Wolf Yularen forfeit for 7 apiece.
That's true. That is true. Because that is,
Yeah,
there's
he's
gonna,
down 14 right now. So
yeah, and that's before we draw Destinies.
yeah,
Oh, he's got the Moncal Admiral.
you know what
That
that guy does.
that guy's pretty cool. I like him. He's piloting Rebel Capital Starship. Opponent cannot modify or cancel your Destinies. And
Awesome.
yeah,
That's pretty huge.
yeah, and he's a leader and an admiral, so you can target him with leadership. And your starships, your rebel starships, also move to wherever he is for free, which can be pretty good game text.
Yeah. And now we get Poe as well.
Oh boy! So that's 3 battle destinies.
3-1. None of his destinies can be canceled, and he's up, nearly 20 power before the battle even starts.
Yeah, someone in the Twitch chat pointed out it might have been a good idea in that last battle for him to save the Tarkin game text for the Bright Hope draw instead of using it on the one battle destiny. That's a good point. And we also have Hera, so that's going to be another battle destiny. And Rey.
That that would have been a far more proficient use of Tarkin. Good call there, Slorfic, world champion.
Yeah, world champs point out good plays, I guess.
Well,
All
he
right.
does have some familiarity with EBO, so wow. Hera and Rey.
Hera, Rey, Poe, Gold Leader, Lightmaker, and Profundity. All. I mean, Mike has only 3 cards in hand now, but the
And
fact
he
that he's
just
able
got
to.
a card out of his use pile. It could be another ship.
Yeah, and the fact that he's able to do all of that in one turn is pretty intense. We'll see if
Yeah.
Joe just. We'll see how this goes.
But the really messed up part
Oh,
is
and Wedge in Red Squadron 1 as well. And he
is
does
that
something against.
even with all this,
It's a,
even if he clears Slave One, he still has to get to other systems. Otherwise, he's just going to be draining at Hoth.
true. Yeah. So he's scheduled to draw 4 Battle Destinies, and he's got 46 power to Joe's 14. Like, this is nuts. It's like the whole
Yeah,
Rebel fleet.
basically
And you got a Destiny to
chasing
total
Poe with
power
Hera.
as well.
Yeah. Where Joe is at right now, if he forfeits everything, I think he covers 45.
Yeah. So I think, and also, I mean, he can use the Tarkin to cancel the Bright Hope draw this turn. Might be a good idea.
Yeah, that obviously that
Since he's already going to have so much attrition. Wow, he's going to add another Battle Destiny with Rebel Leadership. So it's going to be
oh, that's
5 Battle
just
Destinies. I mean, this is going to be
insult to
nuts.
injury.
This is going to be nuts. I don't think I've ever seen a space battle like this before. And this is on the
He could
third
have
turn of the game.
almost yeah, turn 3, 70 power space battle.
Pretty sweet.
That's pretty crazy.
Get your popcorn. All right. I almost want to start seeing these destinies. All right, your destiny to total power is a 1. Not very
Because he
fun.
starts drawing. He's gonna start drawing
He's
all these
just gonna
characters that
just
are
gonna
filling up.
draw. Yeah, he's got all the spaceships, right? So here comes
Yeah,
all the ones.
he's gonna draw that Solo again. He's gonna draw that young Skywalker again.
46 power. So he's gonna he cancels the 1 with Tarkin. I'm not sure I
I
understand that.
guess because he realized he can't cancel the battle destinies. He hasn't realized that he could potentially cancel
The Bright Hope draw.
the Bright Hope draw.
Now here comes some 5s. Wow. For battle destinies. So he's got. So now we're gonna see the young Skywalker.
Well, he shuffled, right?
Did he shuffle?
So
Okay, yeah. So we got total of 11 through 3 destinies.
is one of those cards a Jedi Lab as well? Oh, Hera redraw. There you go.
Yep, Hera's gonna redraw that one. So now we've got 554, so that's 14 through 3 draws. A 2, so 16, and a 4, so 20. So it's 66 total power with 20 attrition. Like a 20,
Okay.
oh, because Ray adds 1 to the total. So, Jesus. 67. And then, yeah, Joe's just going to get the 1 destiny because Gold Leader and Gold 1 makes you pay 1. And he draws a 2. 16 to 67, guys. That's a lopsided battle. One of the most lopsided battles I've ever seen. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
then he can use this. So, yeah, it'll actually be worse than that. It'll be 67 to 13. Joe has 54 battle damage to satisfy.
yeah, he's gonna end up killing a bunch of cards.
I've never
That's not
said
the
those
gimmick.
words before. Hopefully he's got the gick.
Oh, it's gonna be a real short trip.
Yeah. Does Joe have the gick? Because I mean, I think he would have peeled other cards first. He's gonna use Tritium's game text when he goes to used. Alright, so now he's got 23 battle damage to satisfy. And he has a 24 card. Oh, he's just
He
losing
doesn't have
cards.
it.
Wow, he's losing cards from hand.
Well played, Profundity.
Oh
Well
man,
played, Mike Gem.
that's crazy. This is nuts. No kick.
That's gonna be a win by 30.
Well, I mean, Joe did have a lot of cards in hand,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
he's not gonna have anything to do on his turn.
he's gonna keep a couple cards in hand. He's gonna keep a couple force back and basically activate and deploy somebody to the 4th marker and just
try to
get a drain or two.
yeah, try to get this as manageable as possible. But I mean, getting
Yeah,
blown out like that on the 3rd turn of the game for I mean, like I said, he had 50 something battle damage.
yeah.
So why did he cancel the 1? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe he might be under the impression he can only cancel draws during battle, or I guess draws like that are destinies during like battle destinies. But I don't know. Seems kind of strange.
Yeah, obviously he couldn't cancel the battle destinies because of the Mon Cal Admiral. So while he's he's thinking, well,
Yeah,
I got to cancel something. At least cancel the
yeah.
Power Destiny,
Because yeah, the
not
Mon
thinking the
Calamari
Bright Hope.
Admiral. That's the big reason why. Let's see, I gotta focus on which card that guy is. Yeah, it made it so he can't cancel your Battle Destinies, but he could still cancel the Bright Hope draws. But
Cold Feet, Field Promotion. Yeah, Stormtrooper Garrison. Yeah, this was definitely the.
definitely the field promotion style deck for sure. So Joe's gonna have 10 cards down in a 6 card hand. Um, Gem pitches his Walkling in case Joe just tries to draw up this turn.
Yeah,
And then goes ahead and moves Wedge over to Coruscant, which now gains a light side icon because he controls it.
I believe that's how that works. While you control, yep. Plus, it gives him another system to drain at with EBO with the +2. So,
So I mean, taking the icon off of Walkling and putting it onto Coruscant, basically.
yep. And with a 32 card, that's obviously now Joe's got to figure out, is there anything he can do to burn 2 or 3 cards out of this? And I'm not sure that there is.
Yeah, so he's gonna try to take over the fourth marker, like you said, and maybe at least drain for a turn or two. Gem's only got a 2 card hand, so he's just gonna be doing some force drains.
Yeah, but he
Um,
could dump all the pilots, though. So,
yeah, he could drop Ray and Hera and folks
yeah,
down.
he could land Gold Leader and Gold 1 and just soak up some forfeit and block stuff with the cards he already has on the table.
Yep. So just a stack of characters from Joe down to the fourth marker, and a presence of the force to try to just get as much damage through, make it a drain of 2.
Yeah.
Man, no Gick. That's crazy. That battle was nuts.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you just, you tell your friend what happened afterwards. Oh, I didn't have a gick.
So now he moved Izard over, which flips ISB because he controls 2 Rebel base locations. And so now we can start retrieving ISB agents, of which there are plenty in this lost pile. But
That's
now Mike
true.
just plays simple tricks and nonsense because Joe doesn't have 2 battlegrounds, cancels his retrieval.
But it also gives him drain -1 at related locations. So the drain at Hoth is only 2.
Yep, that would be a 2 instead of a 3. So that helps.
I guess if he was really concerned about it, he could have put the presence of the Force on the main. No, actually, it wouldn't matter. The main power generator is never a battleground. The shield's up, so that
Yeah.
wouldn't even matter.
So then Joe's just gonna draw a couple cards. So he's got 9 force and 3 in hand. Meanwhile, Gem's got 32 down and just a 2 card hand. For turn
Right.
4, that's a crazy differential.
Yep. And now we'll see if either one of them wants to pull a battle plan to make the other one pay.
Looks like it doesn't happen. Drain of 4 at the Coruscant system. Yeah, I mean this one will be over real quick, just with those
Yeah.
heavy drains.
Yep. Joe's got to see if he can find a way to get it under 30 because trying to do this on the flip side, I don't know that Joe has a light side deck that can win by 30.
Yeah, I mean there's very few decks that even have that as their possibility. You'd have to run something with maybe a lot of retrieval or just crazy beatdown potential, like
Mm-hmm.
what we saw there. So
Yeah, but if you think about the decks that Mike is likely to play with a 30 card lead, he could also just play something like hunt down or something like that, and just let Visage just do the work. And
Yeah, I mean, a 30 card lead in a match play is pretty crazy. Like I wouldn't be surprised if, based upon that number, if Joe just concedes the second
scoops.
game because I mean, as fun as it is to play
Yeah.
Star Wars, playing Star Wars when you know you have to win by 31 cards is probably not very fun. I don't think I've ever done that.
No, and as somebody pointed out, like you could try some type of hidden base lockout kind of thing, but
Yeah, there are decks that can try it. So, I mean, it's definitely not unheard of.
right.
But having that as your only way to win a match, that's tough. So it does shuttle some characters down, like you said. Hera and Rey
Yeah.
stand in front of Evax and Ozzel.
Mm.
So that's
Yeah, and the rebels move for free, so it's not even like he has to spend any force to do it.
yep. Yeah, Ryken's game text makes that pretty fun. He also lands the Y wing as well. Kind of like what you said.
Yeah.
Just the forfeit fodder, soak up anything. Joe has no damage on the table with the main power generators being a non-battleground. So
Yep.
Mike goes ahead and plays the battle plan anyway. Now that he hasn't satisfied himself, and he'll probably just he probably won't even draw too many cards. I would guess. Yeah, doesn't
He won't draw.
doesn't draw any
He's not.
cards.
He
I
doesn't
think
need to at this point.
I think we're just gonna see Joe draw up here. I don't really think with one card in hand and no damage sources on the table, there's any. I mean, because who knows? Mike could play it on the edge or some sort of other retrieval source. I guess he only has one card in Lost Pile, but
I was gonna say he's got nothing to retrieve.
yeah, a Luke Skywalker even just put him as a pilot and retrieve that one lost card. But there's all right. So he initiates a battle against the
Yep.
light side characters.
With no destiny left, he's just suiciding himself at this point.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, he's got +2 power from the war room. He's got +4 more power from the system.
And 2 battle destinies with Hera. So
Now I'll just peel those 5 cards because it's easier than drawing them.
I guess that is fair. Faster.
Although I guess he does end up with more cards than his lost pile, so he has to win by 33 now.
So yeah, that was a quick
And
game
he
of Star
concedes.
Wars. And then yeah, Joe's does concede the match. I mean, yeah, he would have to win by 32 or 33. Um, yep. So we have a finalist for the OCS, Mike Gem. Congratulations. Pretty good run so far to get to that point. He'll either be playing against Justin Branch or Justin Desai. So yeah, awesome. That was kind of crazy. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen that much battle damage before.
No, that was pretty insane. And we've got one finalist now. We just need the other guys to schedule their match, and hopefully they'll be a little bit more competitive.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, here in chat. Uh, it was fun broadcasting this game a little bit quicker than our usual OCS affairs due to that crazy beatdown. Stay tuned on our channel on our site for, like you said, the next game, the Justin versus Justin match. Um, we'll get that streamed at some point, I'm sure. And yeah, make sure to check out the Cyber Monday PC store sale if you're looking for any cards. Do you have those coupon codes? I totally forgot them. You want to shout them out one more time?
Yes, sure. We've got 2
It was like
coupon codes going on right now. One is 10 off, TENOFF. That's 10% off your entire order.
okay, and then there was
Or the
old
second
school,
code,
right? That was the other one.
yeah,
Old
the
school.
other one's old school. Any cards from Premier through Java's Palace, including the premiums and the OS tournament seal deck cards, those would be 20% off with that coupon code.
All right, cool. So if you're looking for some more Star Wars cards, there's a discount code for you. Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you.